Hello everyone and welcome back to another Studio Rumble Overwatch game. Today we are in week 4 and first game of the night is going to be Solo Queue Tryhard Division versus Twitch Plays Overwatch. The Solo Queue Division is a bunch of individuals coming at us from various places, wanting to find some people to play together, but not having enough necessarily at their own companies. Studio Rumble, pretty cool organization, bunch of volunteers coming together to bring together people in the industry. In this season we're playing Overwatch, having a good time, shooting each other in the face. You know how it goes. Anyways, so we are going to be playing on Hollywood today. Hollywood is a attack defense hybrid map where we're going to have one team. Looks like it's going to be the Solo Queue guys pushing out first, trying to capture that point, and if they can do that, then they will move on to trying to get the next one. Let's see. So right now we're still waiting in lobby, waiting for some people to show up, seeing if we can't get everyone in here. So Hollywood, pretty fun map. It has, since it is a hybrid map, it has a lot of the different kinds of aspects that you'll find in different maps. You know, you could have fight for that first control point, then pushing out payloads, and you know, there's a big difference between trying to break a static defense and trying to break a dynamic defense. That will happen, you know, as especially, you know, it's from the flip side as well. Trying to set up a static defense is very different from trying to set up a, you know, moving point, you know, that constant line of scrimmage. So you slowly get pushed back, and you know, it's one of those things that eventually, with enough time, the offense will eventually win. But the point for this is to see, can they win in time here? You know, we've got 5 minutes on the first point, 3 minutes added in for each point that can be capped. Winner is whoever can defend and attack, or if the case of both players defending, whoever made it the furthest, or in the case of attacking, whoever made it to the end the fastest. So we are looking like we should be getting into game here shortly. Kind of curious to see what kind of compositions each of these teams is going to be coming with. I've seen a couple of games from Twitch Plays Overwatch. This seems to favor a lot more of a skirmishy style composition. But then the solo queues, you know, I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to work out for people coming for solo queue. You know, how well are they going to work together? How well are they going to come together as a team, this last minute kind of thing? See if, you know, because they don't necessarily know each other. We don't know what their practice schedule is going to be like. You know, at least we have the full 6v6, which is good. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that could happen in this game. Trying to think about what everything could end up being. It's a little bit fruitless. You know, there's a lot of different kind of compositions we've seen. A lot of different kinds of various ways people end up using supports, end up using tanks, how they end up grouping together. You know, we saw a really good game last night, which started off as a 5v6, but you know, there's a lot that can be said for teams that know how to come together, how to group up, push up onto the points, push together, you know, start those fights in ways that they can continue winning. You know, the damage that you're putting out is limited by the amount of people that you can have firing onto a target. So getting everybody onto the same page, making sure that, you know, whoever's shot calling for your team is getting everybody focused in the right direction, going, hey, we're killing the Mercy right now. take her down. Or even if it's something crazy like, oh crap, we are going to break that Reinhardt shield. We are loading into the game now. We are on Hollywood. Solo queue versus Twitch plays Overwatch. So it looks like Twitch plays Overwatch is going to be attacking first this time. So on that side, we've got Glacials as Reinhardt, Chandyman as Soldier 76, Fish Sticks on Pharah, Shmigi on Lucio, QED on Mercy, and main sup on Zarya. Defending, we have solo queue with Ganimon as Junkrat, Master Jasper as Pharah, Brambles as Mercy, Arctic Fox on Symmetra, Digital on Reinhardt, and Comply or Else. Soldier 76. So it looks like we've got a double tank, double healer composition coming out of the offense. It's a pretty standard sort of thing that we see here. Works really well for coordinated teams who are coming together. Having that AoE healing coming out of Lucio and the spot healing from Mercy means that you can engage in pretty good pokes, and then having Soldier 76 and Pharah as the damage for that work really well for poking out the other team out, especially with having that rectangle behind of the Reinhardt. Zarya working really well. If you notice anyone on your team getting focused fire, toss that shield up, get a few seconds, 400 hit points, avoid out a lot of damage. Looks like the defense is going to be happening behind the gate. Got Junkrat lobbing off grenades off to the side, trying to do a little bit of damage. Fish Sticks off to the side, trying to get some poke down. It gets the Junkrat. First kill of the game, first blood goes over to Fish Sticks. And now Fish Sticks going in from the back, shooting up from behind. Doesn't quite get caught out immediately. Gets some good shots out onto the point. You see the Mercy starting to get pointed out. Fish Sticks, of course, really good at trying to get into the back line. The flanking means it's particularly difficult to hit. Kars eventually manages to pull down the Mercy. Fight's starting to continue out over the point. And, oh man, Twitch plays Overwatch absolutely crushing it this time around. Do you manage to clear out the point? And are going to be starting off the cap with 406. That is a very fast cap on this first point. This is looking like this is going to be rough. Normally you expect it to take a little bit longer to get that first cap in. There's a lot of different points that you can have to come in from, or that you can defend with. Especially with being able out to kill, you'll be in position. The offense has to run in, and then get any kills. They'll have to reset. But it looks like Twitch plays Overwatch doing a really good job of playing this composition here, using the double tanks, double healers to great effect. It's enabling, like Fish Sticks, it's just going in, getting a lot of damage down. QED following that around, that 30% damage boost when Fish Sticks is still topped off. But then at the same time, the rest of the team, with Lucio sitting with the rest of the tanks, with the Soldier firing out, means that cards continue to be able to be pushed. We've got a Mercy ultimate on the backside, brings up 2. Fish Sticks, though, gets an ult down, gets 2, gets taken out by the Soldier 76. But still, 2 for 2 now on the fight. Arctic Fox trying to come in, switching over to the Symmetra. Symmetra, unfortunately, not as well if she doesn't have a static point to defend. She works really well for setting up, the car washes, getting points in place that as soon as you walk through, you take a lot of damage, but it takes a while to get those set up. So especially after the first point's broken, and she doesn't have the time to get those static defenses up into play. She only has 200 hit points. If she's outside of melee range, has a really hard time of hitting people. Her projectiles take a really slow time. Sure, they pierce through the Reinhardt shield, but then even if she is in short range, it takes a lot. Oh man, offense or defensive Reinhardt tries to go in, tries to get some pressure down, but isn't really playing with the rest of the team. So it's one thing I do want to point out here that is working incredibly well. You see that we have Reinhardt, Lucio, and then most of the time we got Zarya and Soldier sticking onto the cart. You can have it max 3 people pushing at once. That's the fastest speed the cart will move. But they're playing together, and that's huge. As you're playing in your competitive games, now that we have those out, make sure you're playing with your team. Because yes, you can do a lot alone, but you have a limited health pool, and there's something to be said for time on target. You know, if you're out there alone, it gives 4 people time on target at you, while you're having to split it all against one. Oh, well, I'm talking though. Master Jasper comes in big. Great ultimate on the backside, gets 1, and then ends up 4 going down with assists from the rest of this team. And for the first time this game, Solo Q has managed to push off Twitch Plays Overwatch. So it looks like this card is going to be stalled up again. So here we see a lot of that team play kind of coming in. So you have Chandyman poking out from the side, but not going in for those full engages. You know, especially since they know they don't have that sniper on the enemy team, makes it a lot more safer to poke out. You know, if you are dealing with a sniper, be a lot more careful with that poke. You know, because you coming out to poke is a lot less effective than just a headshot coming in. Glacial's now coming in. Got the rest of the team right behind him, though. Digital slams into him. Passes him into the wall, but not enough to take down Glacials, and Glacial's going, no, I want to be back up on the point. Fire at will coming in, pulling down a lot of people. Ults coming out from all angles. The defensive Mercy is down, so not going to be able to bring it up all of those defenses. That's 5 down. It's just the Pharah, but on a sliver of health. Takes out the Mercy before getting down. Fish Sticks launching the Justice at the point, so they can't even get out to contest. And in a very fast, very clean sweep, Twitch Plays Overwatch takes the first half of this. Main sup, Azaria with Play the Game. Looks like it is going to be this last one. Always glad to see these kinds of plays going over to the Zarya. You know, whenever you can get 3-4 people onto a Zarya ultimate, like, it just, oh, it feels so good. But most of the time, those plays of the game end up going over to other people because they're the ones with the damage. But not this time. Main sup claims it, claims the victory. And now we're going into the back half of this match, in which Twitch Plays Overwatch will have to defend against the solo queue in the tryhard division. And this is going to be a difficult task for them, and quite frankly, given what we saw in that first performance, we may just be waiting for the inevitable here. The tryhards of the solo queue division were only able to push off that stop at 1 point. So we'll see what kind of defenses they put into place. Looks like we are having some similar compositions, though, from Twitch Plays Overwatch. Dropping one support, dropping a tank. I don't know, I guess, and technically Symmetra is a support, but she doesn't feel like it. She fits a lot more of that defensive role like Torbjorn. You know, sure, she can provide out the shields, but she doesn't have the healing. You know, the teleport, it's really strong utility, and that's a lot of what Symmetra brings into this, because providing those 25 shields doesn't seem like much, but those regen over time, and they regen quickly. So you have just that little bit of extra health, particularly useful if you have to deal with like an enemy Widowmaker. You know, it can push some of those people over the, you know, boundaries of getting headshot and killed out. Also works for then setting up those static defenses. And we do also have Reaper coming in as well. Reaper really working well if you can get behind, you know, that Reinhardt shield. Deals a lot of damage in close range. Works really well against teams that are grouping up. You know, especially if you have like a Zarya plus Reaper. You know, toss the shield on Reaper, Reaper ults, especially with an Azaria ult, and any team that's playing really strong together can get taken out with those ultimates, but, you know, then you have the ultimates down, you have a small window, you can push back again. But never mind that, doors are opening, we're in Hollywood, people are trying to push up to the VIP. Let's see if Solo Q can turn the tables around. So we've got Digital coming up on the front side, we've got the Rectangle coming out. And it looks like they are going to be going through the side. We've got all of them right in there. And good uses of the shields to start getting out, get poking. But since they are coming in from that single point, it does enable Twitch Plays Overwatch to spread out a little bit, spread the fire. Whenever you are coming in through a single point, that is allowing a lot of focus fire to happening. Master Jasper trying to poke out onto Fish Sticks. Doesn't quite make it though. And good hold on the defense. Digital trying to come in from the side. But Shandyman with the triple kill helps finish off that push. So that is the first push of the game. Solid hold. No pips given up there. And now we've got Both teams starting to group up again. Looks like they may be going to push in through the office. Good spread on the defense here. We do see the Reinhardt shield, but he's all alone for just a little bit. Now there comes the rest of the team. Winston popping down the shield. Chandyman, though, with the ultimate, gets 1, 2, 3, 4 people drop down across the fight. It's just Master Jasper and Brambles, but now it's just Brambles. And that may just be a Brambles who had died far too earlier. Is now finding he's having to run back into the fight. Trying to go for a little bit of poke down onto the Reinhardt shield. So a little bit of love taps. Not going to end up doing too much. Glacial's happy to just sit and tank that up. Fair off to the side. Looks like they are going to try a different plan of attack, but they are only going in as 3. Fish Sticks with the ultimate gets 1, gets taken down by Mercy. Good use of that secondary fire there to help bring that down. Reaper, though, goes in for the kill, comes back. Uses that nice little teleport. Sure, it takes a little while to go off, but when it does a fair chunk of damage. So now we've got another push coming back in, following the Reinhardt. So we've got the slam coming in, brings down the other shield, makes it a little more visible. Ultimate coming down, brings down 2 onto the ground. Master Jasper pulls out main sub, gets that support, and now Winston going Abe, goes in, starts to get a little bit of damage onto the Reaper. The Reaper trying to get some shots down, takes out the Winston, goes into ghost form, gets back onto the point. Arctic Fox bringing Winston back up, and it looks like we're going to have a little bit of fight right back around the backside. We see triple tanks. You heard me right there on the offense, trying to break in, recognizing, you know, maybe we just need to do something in order to try and break in onto the point. But mains up that on that Reaper, those shotgun-like shells dealing a lot of damage to those big targets because, you know, as you can imagine, the bigger they are, the easier they are to hit. And with all the shells going wide, they'll be slamming onto those tanks. So, good choice there. Got a tactical visor popped up for Chandyman. Getting some good shots out. No kills, though. Good disengage by Solo Q. And it looks like we're going to have another group up onto the point. Minute 24 remaining, so we'll have this and probably one more push off before the end. Hook goes wide. Lots of fighting happening onto the backside. Digital slams in the Glacial. Glacials decide, no, that's not the one to do it. Slams right back, gets the kill with it too. Then gets taken out by Brambles. Brambles on the side. Good direct rocket shot from Fish Sticks. Finishes off the other fire. Master Jasper popping the ultimate, going ham on the backside, but he's doing it from far enough away that isn't quite able to finish it out. Got a fight on the inside, and Chandyman and Mainsup will finish off the Roadhog. 50 seconds remaining, which looks like we're looking at one last push to go in. Regardless, at this point, Twitch Plays Overwatch will have taken the map. There's no way that Solo Q can push in on time, but they might be able to get a little bit of a point, might be able to get a little bit of redemption feels. They're going to try for it. We've got a Roadhog Riptire going off to the side, and it gets shotgunned down by main sub. So, no fun play there. Sorry to say. It's always nice when you can see people getting those big ultimates off, get 3, 4, 5 triple or kills all at once. Glacial is slamming into the main team, has to back out, uses the shield, drops out, blocks out the CC effect, hits back with his own, does a lot of damage before getting taken down. Shmee GG trying to get a lot of poke out, but with 4 seconds remaining, Solo Q is finally made it onto the point. Main sub trying to get a little bit of damage down. Fish Sticks though bouncing up over the wall, comboing with main sub, both of them dropping dropping a lot of damage. There's an ult out. First point held. And in an absolutely dominating 2-0, Twitch Plays Overwatch will take Hollywood. Alright, play of the game. It's going to be main sub as Reaper. And it looks like it is going to be on this last point in the last few seconds. Not even using, or no, started to use the ultimate, then got poked out